Hello and welcome back to Bull Bear Trader. Today in this video I will review and predict 6 stocks that will have earning on November 13. Okay, so I'm gonna go through the list to make sure the earning is correct. Okay, so looks good. Let's get started with Disney. Alright, so there was the trend line that I drew for Disney stock last time was doing earning. So you can see in a way it's still intact until today. All right, so let's take a look to see what's going on. So you can see it's been bouncing within the channel. I'm gonna fix this a little bit so it fit better with the movement. So what do we have here? If we look at this way and not the if you move to more of a, I would say, shorter term, right? Then the stock actually broke out, but I used the older trend channel. Then it just hit the resistance. Well, either way, when it broke out, usually it will come back and test, right? Short term is a little bit overbought. Long term is still oversold, but not much. But what do I see here? If I switch back to long term, it's almost like it has a bear flag, right? But I'm not sure. Let's switch it back. If I check it right here, this look like is a resistance. Go back all the way over here, going through here, going through here, here, and all these candles right here. It look like it's hit the resistance. So I expect 60% at least for it to come back to 111. All right, 40% if the number got reported much better, you're gonna come up and test 123 with 40%. So if the forecast outlook actually positive, we might see it laying out. Okay. Is there anything else that I see here? Okay. Well, you know what? There is a gap here at 106, 105. I'm thinking if somehow the number coming not as high as expected and they cut forecast outlook, it might get down to 111 or even lower, all the way down to 106, 105. And if it does, usually it will have a bounce back, something like that. But this is the level that we need to keep an eye on if we trade Disney stock. And when we look at the trend of the stock, you can see it's actually trending downward, slightly sideways for the past almost 3 months now. But if it pull back, it might continue going downward. If it actually come up to 123 and then pull back, at least it established a higher high compared to this. Even now it's higher high, but if it pull down lower, then it will continue with the trend. So we want to see what the likely path of the stock. But based on the chart and the technical, I expect 60% of pullback, only 40% of a bounce. All right, next we have Brookfield. Short term is a little bit oversold. Long term is neutral. But in a way, I think long term is actually, even though it trend higher, but now it kind of goes sideways a little bit. In a way, it's still trending high. So for now, short term, we have sort of a wedge. All right. So I would say I expect a pullback to 45 at around, I would say, 55%. The reason why is that the is still a little bit over. So it might pull back, but not a big chance. 45%, it will jump to test 49. So we will see how it goes with Brookfield. Let me check back, see anything else that we can see here. Okay, not that, nothing really catching my eye, except for if the number might come in even weaker and forecast is weak compared to this year or next year, we might have it come down to actually around 42. So maybe 42. Okay. Something like this. But 45 is most likely going to happen. So we don't have a lot of movement. Most likely around just 3-4%, both up and downside. Next is dealers. Dealers, you can see it's moving sideways, but long term is overbought. So I'm looking at this and let me see. Okay. Well, if you look at this, we might have a coming to the trend line support for midterm. For a shorter term, we have something like this. All right, so either way, it kind of like at the support level. However, because it's long term overbought, I still expect it to pull back, maybe as low as 550 at about 55%. The reason why is usually 60%, but 55 because it's at the support line. So I minus 5% from that. 45%, it might come up to 666. About 10% from here. If the number come in better and the forecast is much better than before. Is it at the... Look like it could be... Let me see, is it at all-time? Oh, it could look like it. Wow. It's actually doing really, really well. Okay, so yeah, probably the minimum for it to come back and setting all-time high at 636. So maybe that will be give us 5%. I think it's more appropriate. So 636. If the number come in better than expected. 550. If the number come in decent but cut forecast for next year due to layoff and other things. But we will see, right? So about 55% of a pullback, 45% of a bounce. All right, next we have AMAT. So the last earning, I expected a pullback, right? To 175. It's actually pulled back even lower and hit the support, okay? And then after that, it bounced a little bit, came back, and then bounced higher. So within only about a couple months, it jumped 50%. Can you believe that? 50%, 55%. All right, so now what's next is overbought. So right now, this line will become a support. Short term, we have something like this. Okay, so it's right at the support. However, because it's actually overbought, actually, hold on. If the number coming really good, just like, Sanders, AMD, Intel, it might jump to all-time high, 250. But I will give it only about 40%. 60% I expect a pullback to at least 210. All right, so that's what I have. However, it might come down as low as 200 and then we'll have a bounce back. Okay, something like this. Let me see if there's anything else. Okay, so all right, that sounds about right. Next we have new holding. The last time earning, I expected a bounce due to the oversold over here. So expect a bounce and it might go to 14. So it hit but then pull back. However, after that it continued to grind up, pull back, and then come up a little bit more. Well, you can see okay, so we got a support right here. If you look, this look like a bull flag, so you can see it going up. However, it seemed like it got stuck at this level, so maybe it's trying to consolidate around this level, and it's also this past high over here. So I am thinking overbought short term and long term. So at least 60% of a pullback to 15. Okay, you know what? It could actually go down further and hit this line at 1460 at 60%. Let me see the previous high. Oh, it's actually not that bad. So it's actually at its all-time high right now. So about 10%, about 18 will be is wait, what happened? Wait, what's going on? Okay. So 18 will be my upper target at about 40%. 60%, I think it will go back to 1460. So I just put 14.5, make it even. And we have, you can see it's like this, right? Come up here, come down like this, come up, pull back, and then jump. So now this is in reverse. Come up, pull back, come up again, and maybe it's gonna go down like this. So this is like a W, and where this might be an M. So we will have to see. I expect a pullback from this chart right now. The last one will be BAP, credicorp. Let me see. This a little bit overbought. Short term, long term look overbought as well. Even though pull back a little bit. Well, if you look closer, it's almost having like a cup and handle right here. So with today candle, it could set up for it to come up and test its previous high at 278. So I would say about 35% only. It will reach back to test the previous high. Okay, and basically complete the up and handle. 65%, even though it's like that, but if the number just okay and outlook is not as strong, I think it will come back to at least 248. Okay, so now that we did the prediction, we'll try to draw the current trend line. Okay, so look, kind of like, right? So it's kind of like a megaphone. The trend is actually going down a little bit. So it might pull back even lower than this. But that will be my support. It's actually can go down. Yeah, about 248. That's about right. So that is what I have for these 6 stocks. Please hit a like, share, and subscribe. And if you want me to review any stock, please comment below. And I got some requested already, so tomorrow in the next video I will review those for you. And if we have more, I can review them all in one video. All right, thanks, have a good night.